And I want to say this with as much respect as I can. There's nobody in the Senate that can lecture me on immigration. This is not a political issue. I've lived it my whole life. This is not immigration. 3.3 million people released into the country. 5 to 10,000 people a day illegally arriving in the country. That's not immigration. Immigration is a good thing. Mass migration is a bad thing. And that's what this is. This is a mass migration, and it's not good for anyone. It's not even good for the migrants, many of whom are raped and killed along the way. It's good for the traffickers. It's good for the enemies of this country, but it's not good for the migrants. This is mass migration. And it reminds me, people say, well, if you're against this and you want to be strict about immigration, that's anti-immigrant, which is silly. At least they say it to me. But I remember, I'm not anti-rain. I think rain is a good thing. I think we need rain, right? I'm anti-flood. I'm not against the rain, I'm against flooding. Does being against flooding make you anti-rain? No. And being against mass migration does not make you anti-immigration. Because mass migration is not immigration.
That right there is one of the best ways I've seen it put, and it's an accurate description of the Republican Party today. Most Republicans are not anti-immigration, they're anti-mass migration. And he put it perfectly. He thinks rain is good, flooding is bad, he's anti-flooding. There's nothing unreasonable or crazy about that. That is actually very reasonable, and it's actually protecting your country and your people. That is the reasonable take. Water itself, if you get too much water in your body, you drink too much water, you can die. Too much of anything is bad. But if you say you're anti-mass migration, you don't want open borders, Democrats will go out and call you anti-immigration. And they're doing that. I think there's a couple of reasons why they're doing that. But the political reason behind it is they want to use immigrants as a tool to gain more political power. And then they get a bunch of useful idiots on the Democratic side who try to make it about being moral. And they might think they're right, but they're just a pawn in the game of getting Democrats more political power. Again, the more immigrants that come into Democrat-controlled areas, the more that they get in that, the more representatives they get in the House, also the more electoral college votes they get due to the census. And from the census is how you get apportionment. And again, that's how they determine the House of Representatives and the Electoral College. So again, what he said was perfect. And if you pay attention, Democrats won't acknowledge a difference between immigration and mass migration the same way they will not articulate a difference between illegal immigrants and legal immigrants, even though there is a distinct difference. But yes, anti-mass migration does not make you anti-immigration. He said it great. That's all I've got for now. Don't forget I have a free email newsletter. The link to that is in my profile.